boom, he's on like a goddamn ninja. Oh, look at that. You know, it's something special about going out solo like this. Just, you're completely on your own. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I'm going out solo camping tonight with the quad, and I brought 2 rods today. One that I'm gonna have some worms on, and the new one for casting. So that'll be interesting. I'll also show you a few things about how I'm packing, what I'm bringing, everything like that. All right, here we are. Time to start the hike. I just got everything on the backpack. It feels really good. About 25-30 kilos. I didn't bring too much food. I need to get fish if I'm gonna be comfortable. Oh, wow, look at all those blueberries. If I need a snack later, I know where I can find them. Alright guys, up till now I just used the phone to film with because I wanted to save battery and the memory on the SD card for the actual cool stuff like fishing and setting up the camp. So first off, I'm just gonna quickly set this rod up here with some worms, and I'll let that do its job while I set up the tent. Hopefully I'll have some small fish or big fish for dinner. So live bait in Norway is really strict. The only bait you're allowed to use is these earthworms right here. Yeah, they're not huge, but they're big enough. With this hook right here, all you do is grab a few of these worms. Look at this one, pretty decent. And then just guide it along here for a bit, and then you can get a second guy on here. 2 or 3 should be enough. Alright, there we go. And hopefully it'll trigger some beast of a trout. So all I'm gonna do is just guide it out here. There we go, that's perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna put the rod out here, get the tent up. So at the bottom of my backpack here, I got 1 set of thermals, wool thermals, waterproof of course, my tent. That way I can easily set up camp without opening the main room. I'm gonna do that after I get the tent up. That is the main frame of my tent. I love that tent, it's so nice. And though it might be rain tonight, so I'm gonna put the outer cover on it. But if I knew for sure there was gonna be no rain, I would probably sleep like this. Oh wow, sorry guys. I completely forgot the GoPro back here at camp when I went down there and caught the smoked trout earlier. And then I just got completely, you know, I got busy. I ended up doing a lot of stuff here. But I got a small trout, like 300 grams or something, on this yellow and red panther martin. Caught him right down there. And now I'm just boiling some water for this mashed potato mix. I'm gonna fry this trout here with some butter, and then I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. That's gonna be well deserved. It is now 8:43. It's been a few hours. I'm getting real hungry now. So I'll have some food, and then I'll hopefully get some more fish. Maybe I can catch something for breakfast tomorrow. That'd be nice. Butter, let's go. As long as you bring butter and mashed potatoes, you can survive. Such a good combo. Oh, I was so hungry. You know, you're gonna have a lot of bones when you're eating trout like this, but because it'll just peel off. The top part here, you see all those big bones. They're gonna stick to the main part, to the spine, and then you can eat and just pick out the small ones as you go. Oh, so good. Alright guys, hey, I just finished eating, finished cleaning the pots, and as you can see here, the sun is just about to set behind that. It's going to be a bit colder, so I put on my wool neck and my sweater. I finished cleaning the pots, and now it's time to bring out the secret weapon. I did have a small bite earlier. This these chocolate covered, I don't know, foam bears. They're so good. I'm just gonna enjoy the sunset here, have some snacks, maybe a cup of tea. You know, it's something special about going out solo like this. Just you're completely on your own. It's a sense of freedom, first of all. And it gives you a lot of time to think about what's important. At least for me. It doesn't have to be long, just one night like this, and you can really sort of disconnect and think about things that matter. I think it gives it a new dimension, being able to experience stuff like this on your own. I've been camping on my own a few times before as well, both in winter and in summer. I do really enjoy winter camping. There's no bugs, no insects flying around, and you can just have these big bonfires and you can sit and talk to them for sit and look in those fires for hours and hours at a time. I'm gonna go down and fish a bit more. I'll probably record that, so if I get any, you'll see it. And then we'll do a setup in the camp, inside the tent, so that I can show you everything that I bring and how I organize my camp. I see a few fish right here and there. It's so quiet, I can hear them like across the lake here. And of course, the one trout that I got, I didn't get on camera, so I did want to have something to show you. Go all the way out here on a fishing trip, and then I didn't even record the one fish that I got. Wow, that's a rookie mistake. But, can you see that sunset, guys? Beautiful. Right now I'm just trying with the Panther Martin yellow and red again. That worked earlier, but a lot has happened in the lightning conditions since then, so I don't know. This might not work now. And the gnats have started to swarm me. They're the worst thing ever. I really hate gnats. If they get too annoying, I'm just gonna go into the tent. But those gnat burns, like, they can last for a while. So annoying. Oh, I'm so happy with this rod and this reel, this whole setup. It's awesome. The Savage Gear SG4 light game and the Savage Gear limited edition 1000 orange. Such a good setup. I was just gonna say I just had a hit and boom, he's on like a goddamn ninja. Oh, look at that. Pretty good size. Oh, wow. Oh, you're really on it, aren't you? On the yellow and red Panther Martin again. Oh, it feels so good on this setup. Wow. Oh, that's such a pretty fish. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's an amazing trout. Look at that size. A beautiful trout. Oh. Wow. I think I'm gonna kill him. Having for breakfast tomorrow. Hell yeah. Amazing trout, guys. Ooh. At least I got one fish on film now. That's good. Oh, look at those clouds, guys, huh? Still very happy with this rod. And the fact that you can use the spinners, like the Penta Martins, right here as well, on this big lake, and still catch fish. That's awesome. What do you think about spinners? Can you use them in the open lakes like this, or do you mostly use them in the rivers? I mean, I know they will work here as well, so I'm just curious what people do. Alright guys, it is 10:40 p.m. Sun's just about to set. I mean, sun has just set. And I've had enough of mosquito and gnat bites for today, so I'm gonna go brush my teeth. And then I'll head into the tent and show you guys all the stuff that I have and whatnot. Alright, time to get into the tent. And seeing as there's so many mosquitoes and gnats around me, I've just sorted stuff that I can keep out for tonight over there. Fishing gear, the stove, the gas canister, a couple of things. And then everything I'm going to bring inside the tent with me right here. So I'm just going to be quick and effective. I'm going to open the door, throw the bag in, throw myself in, shut it up, and call it a night. Alright, in with the bag. Alright, hopefully wasn't too many gnats made their way in. I hope not. Inside the tent I got both of these windows open, or doors open. Helps with the ventilation, and it gives me some light still. But I already got my lamp up. This is a great little thing. It's a lamp and a power bank that I can hang like this, or I can have it standing on these legs right here. Really cool thing. It gives a really bright light. I usually have it on like this one side, and you can see the indicator how much power is on it. USB stick right here, really handy sight. And then starting with the gear first, this insulation mat. I always bring this no matter what. Like before I don't know, before I turned 25, this was all I slept on. So this one on a thick sleeping bag was more, I don't know, that was alright for me. But as I got older, I started using one of these inflatable ones. That is this one right here. That's the Expedited Down Mat 7M. So perfect size for me. It works in the winter and summer. I got some spare food. A towel in case I wanted to take a bath. My toiletry case. This one has a lot of stuff in it. I'll go over this later. This box is for the GoPro and my power bank and my earbuds, charger cables, extra GoPro kit. Really handy hard case. And of course the big sleeping bag, the Mammoth Fiber, I think it's called Fiber Protect or something. It's really nice. It's a bit big, it's a bit heavy, but wow, this thing is comfortable. So this backpack is just big enough for me to get the sleeping bag like that in here. And then down in the bottom here I have a extra set of clothes that I showed you earlier. That's it for the main room. In this front room I typically keep tools, knives, things that I can have accessible easily. Same thing in here on the inside of the top. I have my first aid kit, which I've modified. It has all kinds of stuff in it. Painkillers, sewing needle, scissors, nail cutters, stuff like that. And up here in the top I have toilet stuff. you know, toilet paper, hand sanitizers, stuff like that. In a dry bag, of course. Headlamp, always handy. I have this lamp up in here. I got my snapback up in there. And then on these hip pockets right here, I have sunglasses and my car keys, quad keys, house keys, stuff like that. Alright, there we go. So the sleeping system is finished, or almost. Insulation mat, inflatable mat, sleeping bag. And this sleeping bag is really nice because it has these zippers for my arms, both sides. That way I can do stuff from within the sleeping bag. Like in the winter, I can actually lean out and cook, make some coffee before, you know, even leaving the sleeping bag. That's been really nice. And if you're like me, or if you're, I don't know, above 25, you're probably gonna get up and pee. It's a lot easier to put on those things than your big boots that are banished out here because they're so sweaty. Ew. But yeah, let's look at this bag. So this is just a standard, I don't know, toilet bag, I guess you can call it. There's so much weird stuff in it. I said my sleeping system was nearly complete. That's because I got my pillow here. Premium regular pillow, actually. It's a really good pillow. And up here we got everything. All sorts of practical things you can have. Sunscreen, lipstick with sunscreen on it. Toothbrush, toothpaste, extra rope. Urax. I'm actually going to put that on now. It helps when you're itching from stings. Gorilla tape, really strong tape. Nail cutters, some tape, medical tape, I guess. A lighter, some carabiners. Even more sunscreen. So instead of having like a small bag for that, I just have everything up here. It's really neat. And when it comes to organizing a small tent like this, what I typically do is just have everything that is, you know, like, I don't know, bags or zippers and straps that's got to do with the sleeping system. So this bag right here, the bag for the tent, everything I just put up in here. So that's gathered, and then I have everything that I might need in the evening now before I go to bed, or when I'm asleep. If I get up at night, I got my headlamp, I got my slippers, I got my water bottle, I got my headphones and all that in there. And then down here I got the backpack with everything that I don't need tonight. That way it's pretty spacious. I got room to move here. But this is a two guy or two person tent, which you can tell that would not be spacious. You would have to be really, really intimate in a tent like this with two guys. So I think if you're going camping with a friend or your spouse, always get a 3-person tent at least. Alright guys, I'm ready to just call it a night. I'm gonna put my earbuds on and listen to some music, fall asleep like a baby. I think it's been a long day, but I got some fish, I had a really good meal, I had a good hike, beautiful scenery, and I had a lot of fun recording and showing you guys stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hey, good morning guys, and what a morning it is. So pretty. There's a bit of a breeze in there, which is perfect because it was starting to get a bit hot in here. You know how it is camping in the summer? I could have brought a tarp and pitted up here to get some cover from the sun. That's kind of the only thing that I should have done a bit different. Breakfast, we're having these meatballs made from cattle, sheep, and reindeer actually. It's so good. I'm gonna have that with some mashed potatoes. Whew. And some coffee. No, this is not a typical Norwegian breakfast. This would typically be dinner, of course. Alright, they've now been boiling for like 10 minutes, so they should be alright. They should be done. Now I'm gonna do this little trick. Just to get way more food out of this. Put this mashed potatoes up here into this stew. It's got so much sauce that it sort of evens out. And then I had a few more, just a bit more. Gonna have a big meal, big breakfast. Got a bit of a hike today as well. And just to make this whole thing even tastier and unhealthier, I'm gonna add some butter. Just gonna mix this all together. It probably doesn't look good, but oh, it's gonna be really good. And now I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute or two and enjoy my coffee. You know, that first cup in the morning, it hits the spot every time. And it was strong. Whew. Well, then it's time to break camp. It's almost 10 p.m. Oh, I mean 10 a.m. And I'm gonna start packing down this camp. Now, if you're like me, I think you look inside the tent and you're like, oh my god, all this shit. And yeah, it is a mess, you know. But I typically start by packing the things in the order that I'm gonna have it in the backpack. So, like for me, the sleeping bag is going to be at the bottom, so I'm going to pack that first. Get all your zippers closed. And with these fiber bags, you can stuff them in the bag, or you can roll them. You can do whatever you want, really, because it's got this like compression bag, or if you have a compression bag. So I normally just stuff it. Rotate it as you go like this, so that you even room in here. Now with these, you can already now start to roll it in on the top here. And you want to get all the air out. Like that. And then I'm going to squeeze it for a bit. Give it a good hug. And tighten these. Like so. That is just the size that I need. As I told you earlier, I'm gonna keep the backpack, not the sleeping bag, at the bottom here, this main room. So I'm gonna put it down the long way first, and I'm going to turn it around when it's at the bottom. I find that to be a lot easier. Nothing like a bit of morning gymnastics, right? And the next item is this inflatable mat. Get the air out. Just gotta work this a few times. I roll it from the bottom here loosely the first time. Get all the air out. And the next time I'm going to do it a bit tighter. Now this can be done a lot of ways, of course, but this is how I do it. Alright, and the third time we're going to fold it so that it fits in the bag. So I do one fold like this, over, and then the other one under. So it's a three-fold, like that. And again, we're going to roll it, and this time really tight as well. You want to make everything get out. You want to get all the air out, like so. And now it's only this big. It's going to fit perfectly in this bag. And then the electronics bag. Now I got everything up here, the charging cable, extra battery, my earbuds, some extra GoPro mounts, and the power bank. And that fits perfectly in here. So obviously the GoPro is going to fit here when I'm not using it, but I'm going to use it and film some of my driving later. So I'm going to keep it out for now. That's how it looks like up in the bag. Pretty nice. Cover it up with a sweater. And that's the main room done. Now all this other stuff here is just on the sides or in the top. And the tent in the bottom, of course.